Will we ever know what Gwen's hair looks like when it's not wet? Does she always wear the same clothes in every video? Who knows? We'll find out on this thrilling episode of Books with Gwen. I'm so cute. But in all seriousness, I am going to be doing a review today of the book called The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. This is actually my first Patrick Ness book, and I can definitely say that after reading it, I am going to continue reading his work. I know he mostly does YA, and I think he has a short story collection. This book follows the adventures of four friends as they try to navigate the ups and downs of high school, being in love, and school ending and going off to college, all while a potential outer force is trying to kill them and or blow up their high school. I love this book because the concept is so unique. It basically takes the idea that there's always this chosen one in stories, right? But it tells the story of everyone else, hence the rest of us just live here. I'm actually really relieved because in the book there's this scene where they go to like this bridge that has a bunch of graffiti on it, and I thought they were going to do a really cheesy name drop of the title of the book, but luckily that didn't actually happen. The first thing I have to say about this book is that it's really funny. It's really weird, but it's really funny. Like, I could not stop laughing at the absurdity that was going on in this story. And the good thing is that it's meant to be absurd. Like, if you look, they have summaries of what's going on in the hero's story at the beginning of each chapter. And it's utterly ridiculous. And they poke fun at every single YA fantasy trope you could possibly think of. And the good thing about this story as well is that it knows it's unique, and it knows it's different, and it knows that it's being satirical, but it's not pretentious in any way. All of these characters felt extremely real and extremely intriguing, and I suppose that was the point, because they are real and they are supposed to be nuanced, complex, actual human beings. And it does an excellent job at showing the repercussions of what happens when the hero story is going on and everyone else just has to deal with it. Something I really loved about this book is its treatment of sexuality. I'm actually going to read you a small excerpt from the book dealing with this topic. If you're not the kind of person who takes to spoilers well, here's your warning. There will be spoilers ahead. It's occurred to me more than once to ask myself if I was gay too, deep down. My best friend is, after all, and we fooled around. I wasn't exactly lying back with my eyes closed either. It was fun. I feel so safe around Jared. It seems only natural that we'd help each other let off some steam once in a while. He thinks it's because gods apparently are irresistible to humans in the literal sense. Maybe. I think it's just because he's a good guy. And I just love that. He takes a moment to consider it, and he doesn't even outright reject it. He comes to the conclusion that he just happens to like girls. And I think that's very honest to the journey that LGBT people, such as myself, hey, if you didn't know, super queer, hey, what's up, that mindset and that thought process that kids in particular go through when they're trying to discover themselves. And I think overall this is a very important book for people to read, especially before they go off to college. This is such an important book for seniors to read. It puts such a strong emphasis on the friendships made during high school, those unbreakable bonds or seemingly unbreakable bonds that are created when you're surrounded by people who are also struggling as hard as you are. But at the same time, it also leaves up in the air the idea that perhaps those friendships won't always last, but they were important while they were there, and we can continue on without them. This book also deals heavily with mental health issues like OCD and anxiety, and also deals with things such as anorexia, so slight trigger warnings. But these issues are dealt with so sensitively and so honestly, and I felt like I could relate so hard to these characters because I really, truly knew what they were going to. It wasn't fake. It was truly, utterly real. And this book feels as exciting as any YA fantasy novel, even if they're dealing with regular, normal, everyday high school issues. Because of the way it's written, you're made to feel every excitement and joy and despair that these characters are feeling right as they're feeling them. You're feeling it right along with them, and it's great. I love it. I did have some issues with some things toward the end, but only because certain characters were doing things that I didn't want them to do, and it was upsetting me, and I just have issues. I just had issues, and that was it, just slight issues. But other than that, I deeply enjoyed this book, and I think it's very important for teenagers who are like 17 or 18 to read. I'd probably give it about 4 stars. I'm not quite sure what makes a 5-star rating for me. I'm gonna have to like go in and like be introspective towards myself and consider what makes a 5-star rating for me, and then I might go back and change that. I might make a video about that actually. But yeah, if you could not tell, I would definitely highly recommend this. If you have any recommendations for what I should read next of Patrick Ness's work, then please tell me in the comments, because I am digging this guy. I might read the Chaos Walking trilogy next. Maybe, I'm not sure. If you have suggestions, please let me know. Until then, happy reading, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.